From the paper of Montgomery County, here's your news break on Paper News 24/7. I'm Frank Phillips reporting. Inside the paper today, in addition to a flyer from Goodies, these are some of the stories that we have for you. From Kabul, Afghanistan, Major Sean E. Coyle of Crawfordsville was promoted to the rank of major while serving a 6-month tour as the Deputy Command Army G7 Force Management Officer for NATO Training Mission Afghanistan at Camp Eggers. Coyle goes on missions to various Afghan National Army training sites within Kabul to validate the work of the people and programs contracted by the U.S. My job consists of overseeing and validating the training that the government is contracting to ANA, said Coyle. I verify contracted training and support other units as an extra security person when needed. Coyle deployed from Aviano Air Base, Italy, where he serves as the Financial Management Analysis Flight Commander for the 31st Comptroller Squadron. This is his third deployment of his military career and his first time in Afghanistan working with coalition forces. When we come back, more local news from the paper of Montgomery County, your newspaper. And we'll check weather and sports as well. You're watching Newsbreak.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class Specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto, at Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
At Zahn's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zahn's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zahn's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zahn's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
And we're back. Jordan Roseboom, 24 of Crawfordsville, was arrested Wednesday morning on 5 felony counts of child molesting. Bail was set at $6,000. On Tuesday, a minister with the Rock Point Church took Roseboom to the sheriff's office to speak to law enforcement. Roseboom is alleged to have performed fondling or touching children under the age of 14 with the intent to arouse or satisfy his own desires, according to a press release from the sheriff's office. 5 boys have been identified as the victims. Roseboom was not employed by the church, but he is described as being a member of the church who volunteered with the youth. Crawfordsville is fortunate to have Crawfordsville High School. There are many communities in Indiana that have schools that are so bad people wouldn't want to send their children or grandchildren there, said Dr. Tony Bennett. Bennett, who is the Indiana Superintendent of Public Instruction, spoke at Wednesday's meeting of the Crawfordsville Rotary Club. Readers can view the complete video at the paper's website. In fact, right inside this box, if you'll look below my picture, you'll see a menu item for Dr. Bennett. Bennett recognized CHS Principal Greg Hunt. There is no harder job than being a high school principal, and you should be very proud because Crawfordsville High School is excellent, Bennett said. He also praised Superintendent Kathy Steele, saying the superintendent's job is the loneliest, and, quote, Kathy has been a person with a loud voice in the Department of Education, and I say that in the most respectful way, end quote. During his speech, Bennett quoted William Zahn, or Zhao rather, author of Fierce Urgency, and General David Petraeus. The Chinese play chess to win and the U.S. play chess not to lose, Zhao told Bennett, adding he was afraid that will be why the U.S. loses in the worldwide competition. Bennett cited Petraeus concerning big ideas. Bennett said CHS gets big ideas right. 92% of CHS students graduate without a waiver diploma. That's a big idea, and they're getting it right, he said. Big ideas have to be communicated, which is one reason why Bennett said he accepted an invitation to speak in Crawfordsville. And big ideas have to be implemented, and then adjustments have to be made as they are put into practice. Every indicator in the state is up, Bennett said. Now let's check our weather forecast. Weatherby, our little weatherbird friend, says today will be another day in Hoosier paradise. Mostly sunny skies, not as warm as yesterday when we reached almost 70 degrees here locally, but the high today is going to be 52, Weatherby said. If Weatherby is off by more than 3 degrees, send us an email at weatherby@thepaper24-7.com and let us know. Include your name and phone number, and at the end of the month, all those who called in and caught Weatherby will be entered into a drawing for a prize. And now let's flip over to our sports pages. Today we find sports on page A9, and brought to you by our friends at Gould Body and Paint, by the way. For 3 quarters, Crawfordsville looked as if they were ready to contend for the sectional crown. However, the wheels came off in the 4th quarter as Western Boone rallied to advance and send the Athenians home. Crawfordsville was 11-10 going into the matchup, and Western Boone was 16-5. Crawfordsville led 51-39 with 7:28 left in the game after junior Jake Zarowski scored on a layup. That would be Crawfordsville's last basket for nearly 4 minutes as the Stars went on a 15-0 run. 2 free throws by star senior Luke Pearson put the Stars ahead for good by a score of 57-55. Athenian coach Danny Pierce said his team struggled handling the ball when Western Boone put a 4th quarter full court press. In the game, Crawfordsville had 17 miscues. We have not handled pressure well all year, Pierce said. We made some bad decisions with the ball, and then the pressure got to us. When the pressure took over, we started missing shots, and even several layups would not even fall. They're rated number 5 in the state for a reason, and it showed tonight, North Montgomery coach Joel Grindle said, talking about Lebanon. North Montgomery boys basketball team was looking for a David over Goliath game, but it wasn't meant to be. The Chargers had their season ended losing to Lebanon 56-32. The Chargers were 7-14 going into the matchup, and Lebanon was 19-4. The Chargers scored the game's first bucket, but from then on the Tigers controlled the game. By the end of the first quarter, the Chargers trailed 14-6. The Tigers continued to pull away from North Montgomery, and at halftime, the score was 26-11. Lebanon's pressure bothered us, Grindle said. They were high energy and played their game. Grindle said they were able to jump in the passing lanes, which turned into easy transition buckets. When the Chargers were able to get off a shot, they could find the bottom of the net. North Montgomery was only 12 of 37 from the field. In the second half, it was the same story. The Tigers are led by Trey Hendricks, but Wednesday night it was as balanced as a team can get. Hendricks had 11 points, but more importantly, he had 7 assists to go with it. Other players in double figures were Caleb Brannon with 12, Jack Day with 11, and Ray Solomon scoring 10. At times, the Tigers pushed the tempo and were running up and down the court. Other times, they would pull back and run their offense until they got the perfect shot. Lebanon understood, and they know what to do, Grindle said. They picked their spots. The one bright spot for the Chargers came from junior Nathan Neal. Neal came off the bench and was the leading scorer with 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting from behind the three-point line. Nathan hasn't played more than 1/4 in a varsity game this year, Grindle said. That says a lot about his desire and preparation. We plan to see more of Nathan in the future. And that's a look at your paper, the paper of Montgomery County. A lot more inside the paper pages today. We hope you have an outstanding day. Enjoy this nice spring-like weather, because changes may be in the offing as far as rain goes and so forth. I'm Frank Phillips reporting from the pages of the paper of Montgomery County. You have an outstanding day, won't you?